Alright guys, welcome back. I think this is part 11 of this restoration project. Today is Saturday. It's a bit cool, but it's fairly nice. It's warmed up a whole lot. It was about 23 this morning, but I think now it's about 40. I did go back after I got the initial coat on and got up under it and coated the bottoms of the top, the undersides of the top of the frame and the bottom of the frame. Mostly. I did miss a few spots. I noticed today as I was looking over it. This spot right here was just too dirty. I got to clean it up. Got a lot of dirt, and then I missed some spots up in here that's kind of hard to get to. Pretty much impossible. I did not coat the underside of these cross members because they're quite dirty, or that one for that matter. I did run into an issue with my yoke. I don't remember if y'all remember in one video I was talking about when I pulled the drive shaft off. One side of the yoke had two different bolts in it. One of them went all the way through with a nut, and the other bolt mismatched the other two. So two of them were right and two of them were wrong. Well, when I got to looking at that yoke, the one that had the bolt going all the way through, it was really an undersized bolt. You could tell somebody had wrung the bolt off in there and they had tried to drill it out, couldn't get it out, so they just took a bolt the size of whatever their drill bit was and stuck in there. So, I don't know if y'all have priced yokes, but they're quite expensive. I think that one would be about $150 new. But I do have a Parks axle. Same GM 10 bolt. And I've already swapped the yoke. And I'll show you the old yoke. Oh, if I don't fall down going through this mess. This is the old yoke that come off the project in there. And I don't know, I don't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Maybe you can kind of see the bolt. I think it's that one. But anyway, I swapped the yokes. The problem with the yoke that was on this axle is the bolt holes were packed full of dirt, and I have been trying to get the holes clean on it. And here's the yoke that come off that axle out there, and I'm having a hard time getting all the dirt out of the holes. I'm thinking we'll have to run a tap in here and clean the threads, because my thread chaser kit only goes about that far. It don't go all the way through. The bolt goes all the way through. So that's gonna save me about 150 bucks getting this cleaned up. I wish I had a sandblasting cabinet where I could really do some good work on it, but oh well. I played heck getting all the dirt out of this thing, and that's just part of it. And I went to Harbor Freight last night. They had a good sale on their 2-inch paintbrush, 89 cents, so I got 5 of those. You can't buy these nowhere for no less than $1. Also got a free set of screwdrivers. Always nice to have another stubby. That was about $6 for that set, and it was free with a coupon I had. I also been doing a little shopping online. I got some new rear shocks. They're KYB. And I got a new front stabilizer that's black. I never took the front stabilizer off, but it's in pretty rough shape. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and change that out. The front shocks were still good. They just gonna get a coat of paint. The rear shocks were shot. They wouldn't do nothing. The gas was gone. So I got some new black rear shocks for it. Today my project is to get the axles clean enough to paint and the sides of the springs, and get ready to put a top coat of that chassis black on here. I was going to do it tomorrow, but they're calling for rain, so it'll be one day next week. Hopefully we'll get a chance to, the weather warms up a little bit, we'll be able to paint. You can see how it's already dirty. I mean, I just, a little bit of cleaning I did, just put the dirt there where I did paint the bottom side of that, I think. And I got this one good, but it was quite dirty. I took a Scotch-Brite, you can see the Scotch-Brite laying there, and wiped it down, but pretty much just put dust everywhere. It's hard to clean the bottom of these frames. One of the guys commented I needed a rotisserie, and a rotisserie would have been great. I wished I had one. Just take the tires off, put it on rotisserie, turn it any way I want it. That's really what you need to do a good job on the frame, in my opinion, where you can get to every little crack and crevice. That stuff, this POR 15, if it ever gets on your skin, you can't get it all off with regular paint thinner. It will leave a stain on your skin. If y'all can tell, this is from several days ago, and I've had quite a few baths since then. This finally had about come off. I got a little bit left right there from initial painting. So if I had to do over again, I would definitely have some long sleeve coveralls on. I've got some painter coveralls I bought to actually do the paint work with, and that's what I really should have put these on. That's what I needed. I just hated to waste them. I only had two, so I didn't want to waste them on the frame when I was just doing paint brushing, but I really got covered up when I was on the creeper trying to get the bottom of this stuff. So if you're going to do a paint job on the frame with POR 15, I would recommend getting some painter's coveralls, long sleeves, gloves, safety glasses, goggles, and a respirator, or at least a dust mask. They say use a respirator. I did not use a respirator. I've got one, but and I could smell the fume, but it wasn't too bad. It's pretty ventilated in here, so I didn't really feel like I needed a respirator paintbrush and paint on, but probably wouldn't have hurt none. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna do some cleaning. All right, guys, here's the tools I'm gonna use for this cleaning job: Scotch-Brite, paint scraper, and a little die grinder with a wire tip on it. It's pretty good to get off a lot of dirt, rust. I'm gonna start back here on these, on the side of these springs, both sides, inside, outside. And then I'm gonna get on this axle right here. And a lot of stuff on this axle is gonna kind of be in my way. I'm just gonna have to work around it. I don't want to take everything off, but we'll do what we can. And when I get all the stuff I can get off, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray it with degreaser, let it set a while, and I'm gonna rinse it off real good. All right, guys, I got the back axle about done. I think I got to get up under this front part of the bottom of that spring. My damn little die grinder thing popped out, but my little wire wheel hook is about wore out. It takes a lot of wire wheeling to get this stuff clean. I did take that scraper. I got off a lot of the grime and the dirt with that scraper, and then kind of hit around it with that wire wheel. Now the front's going to be a lot of scraping. It's got a lot of grime on that axle housing. The tube's not too bad, and I really kind of want to get that yoke put back in there, not get dirt all up in this housing. I think first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and take this steering stabilizer off and where I can clean the mounting areas on that. Alright guys, I just got the steering stabilizer off. Had a little bit of issue getting the car key out of the top, out of the pin here. But I just wanted y'all to see how good a steering stabilizer this is. You can't tell on the truck how good something is until you take it off. This thing is absolutely wore out. So, good thing I went ahead and bought a new one, because this one was doing absolutely nothing. Alright guys, on this front axle, what I was thinking was grit and grime is actually some kind of coating. It's pretty thick and it's almost hard as I couldn't get it to come off with a scraper, so I think somebody either undercoated it or put something like POR 15 on it at some point in time. Might have been factory coating, but it's pretty thick. I mean, you can kind of see where it's peeled off in this area here. But anyway, I got what I could. My little die grinder hickey messed up and I can't find my wrench to tighten it back up with, so I think it's out the other shop. Anyway, I went ahead and stuck my yoke back in here temporarily just to try to keep water from getting over in there. And I've already had degreaser on the back for at least 30 minutes. And I can already see every time I hit it with another spray, stuff's running off of it, so I think it's probably about ready to rinse. This I just have sprayed, so it ain't quite ready. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the back end and then we'll come in and rinse the front. I did notice right up here in this front corner I missed painting right there. I don't know how I missed that corner. That ought to have been a real easy spot to get to, but anyway, I missed it. So I went ahead and sanded it, degreased it. I'm gonna rinse it off. And I'll come back and put a little metal prep on it, and then when all that's good and dry, I'll hit it with some more POR 15 right there. And probably do that when I do the plate that goes right there. I gotta get it, I'm gonna have to degrease it good, so I'm gonna try to get it done after I get this axle finished up, and we'll be good to go. Now another thing I forgot to mention was you got to scuff this POR 15 up before you paint it. And so I'm not worried about the inside of the frame rails. It's wherever UV light's more likely to hit it's where you need to top coat it. So while I got some water handy, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Durablock with some 320 and I'm gonna scuff up this frame. What I did is I just bought a whole roll of different sandpapers. We got these on Amazon. You can go buy them from your local store if you want to. This is Duragold. I hope it's sticky on the back. Well, I just need to get off enough to put on my block here, which should be about like that. It's got a little adhesive back to it. It's just gonna have to stay on the block. And we're just gonna lightly scuff it up. Try not to get too much on the edges. You just want to give it a place for the paint to adhere. I did put one coat of POR 15 on this thing, so this stuff's pretty damn resilient, but you don't want to sand through it. That should be good. Got me good with it. Alright, so the last thing I'm gonna do on the chassis today is I'm gonna blow off certain areas that's gonna hold water. And I thought that it was just these back spring hangers that held water, but actually right here in this frame, this area right in here holds water pretty bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and blow out both sides. Let that dry overnight. Next couple of days, so it's gonna be raining tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll probably go ahead and get a few more things clean. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today. I might, but anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Stuff that you want to see more in detail. I know it's kind of hard with this damn light shining on you, but anyway, I'll give you a walk around right quick. I think that degreaser did a pretty good job the second time around. It got it pretty clean, except for this coating crap. I don't know what that is, but you can see it's definitely coated with something. But it didn't stay on it all the way. That come fairly good. A little bit of grime on it, but not too bad. That's kind of a hard area to clean. The rear axle is ready. The only place I couldn't really get too good was around this vent line right there. But the axle tubes themselves came really clean. Yep. It should be ready for some paint in a day or two. Wait for the weather to get back pretty and a little warmer. I'd like to see it at least in the 50s before I went to painting. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you can.